Hello, Dr. Washington and Learning Community. My name is Tamara Harris, as I go by the name of T. This is actually my last course before initiating the infamous capstone. I'm a little excited and I'm also nervous at the same time, yet I'm just pretty much ready to get it done. I'm a mother of 4 children, ages 20, 18, 14, and 10. As my oldest is actually my niece, who I adopted after my sister's passing. The two youngest are boys who are in different activities. Therefore, I'm constantly busy between transporting before games, practices, and various fundraisers. But it's worth it, because I get the opportunity to teach my son some values that I taught my daughters about education and teamwork, which is something that they're going to need in order to function in life when they get older. I can say this education journey has been rough for me, and in its entirety, beginning from the associates. However, it's been very rewarding. Each stumble block allowed me to learn and appreciate the different things that I didn't before. So, with that being said, for those who have encountered me in previous classes, I'm a very helpful person, and I will never have a problem, offering services or help to someone who needs it. So I look forward to interacting with everyone this term and wish everyone luck in this class and future endeavors. So I'm going to move forward and answer the icebreaker questions, the get to know me questions. So the first question is, am I named after someone? No, I am not named after someone. My mom actually told me that she found my name in the Ebony magazine. And that's both my first name and last name. My middle name. My middle name is Nicole. Second question is, are you a morning person or a night owl? I am definitely a morning person. It's very hard for me to stay awake beyond 10 o'clock. I'm often referred to as, the grandmom. Next question is, what's my favorite meal served when I was in high school? I didn't actually have a favorite meal. I'm more so a snack type of person. I've always been like that. But I've always had the craving to have some kind of cranberry sauce with my meals. Whatever it was, I wanted cranberry sauce. Who prepared most of my meals when I was in high school? So I can honestly say during my high school years, I lived with my father. My mother and father were separated, so therefore my oldest sister was the one who made the meals for us. And for the most part, it was always fried chicken. What was my favorite song in high school? Really? Okay. My favorite song in high school as a senior, I was actually pregnant with my daughter, the one who's 18 now. So I was going through, as I would call it, growing pains with her father. And it was a song by the name of I Don't Ever Want to See You Again by Uncle Sam. And I just had that song on repeat all year. Every day, all day, for no reason, because that was just like the song that really spoke to me, in my emotions and my feelings and what I was going through at the time. What was my favorite television show? I don't watch TV much, even now. So I did not have a favorite TV show. For the most part, in my senior years in high school, I was, just pretty much focusing on my pregnancy because I was on bed rest, due to a lot of stress. So I really didn't have a favorite TV show. In high school, how did I address the teachers? Okay, so each teacher was different. Some of them allowed us to address them by, an informal first name where we would just say, just their first name, depending on how comfortable they were with us. Some, of course, we would say Mr. or Mrs. and, say their last name. Also, I went to a Catholic school, so there were nuns there, so we had to call them sister, whatever their name was. So it was either, by first name or Mr. and Mrs. last name or sister. Describe my first cell phone. That's weird because I had pager for a while. and I believe my first cell phone was a Nokia. I don't remember the name. If my memory serves me correct, the cell phone was blue and black, and it was a flip phone in plastic. And I had to pull the antenna up every time I needed to use the phone to make a phone call. Have technology has evolved so much, but I do remember it being a very flimsy phone. If that was my first cell phone, I do believe it was. How do I intend to engage in this course? Okay, so once again, due to my schedule, with the children, and thus far, predominantly, I have been attending online. I do sometimes have the intention of coming in person, but my schedule or the kids' schedule does not always permit. So I most likely would say that I would be engaging with during the course online. What am I curious about with respect to cultural diversity in the workplace? I'm curious about, because diversity is something that everybody talks about a lot now. So I'm curious about how the different cultures within the diversity can help make me a better person and help me expand my mindset, because as a person and also as a leader, I want to be able to grow and learn. So being able to be open to different cultures, I think that that's of importance. What am I most concerned about culture diversity in the workplace? Okay, so my biggest concern about diversity in the workplace is respect. I'm the type of person where I give respect, so therefore, I want it in return, and not just for me, for everybody around me, because when people don't respect each other, there is no camaraderie at all. People don't work well together. It's always some kind of conflict, and there is no way that anyone can work well in the workplace if there is no respect, or if people don't, have some sense of feeling that they belong. So I would say respect is my biggest concern. Which organization, whether profit or non-profit, I feel manages diversity well? This is kind of a tough question, because my current employment is within the local government. I do have some experience working for a nonprofit domestic violence awareness agency. However, it's not consistent. So I do not have much experience with nonprofit. I do intend on gaining more experience once I'm finished, with the graduate program, when I have more time. But based on my current experience and what I can say at this moment, I would say that the government agency is more diverse. Next question. Let me see. What am I curious about with respect to generational diversity? Okay, in the workplace. This is the thing. The newer generations are very technology based. Like, everything for them is about technology. So I can say that our current generation, or the older generations, do a lot with their hands and their minds, whereas though the newer generations, everything they rely on computers and some kind of technology. So I'm curious on how they would make these technologies work for them, in a sense, to create advancements and continue to evolve, while also still having the ability to think for themselves. Because when we think for ourselves, it allows us the ability to understand better. And with us, or shall I say with the newer generations using technology, they don't really get to use their minds that much. So that's what I'm curious about. Next question is, what am I most concerned with respect to general diversity in the workplace? My concern is evolution. We all have to evolve, and we all have to work well. And it seems as if this current generation, they don't. It's about mine, or their pride getting in the way, and a lot of times that makes matters worse. And we don't want to extinct ourselves, so we have to, as the older generation, help them see that it's good to work well, with others. And the last one is, which organization do I think manages diversity well, whether it's profit or nonprofit? Once again, I don't have much experience, with nonprofit, to be able to provide a firm answer. Yeah, I would say that society at this current time seems to want to understand the newer generation, which I see why, because they're so different. Therefore, I think nonprofit organizations would appreciate generational diversity better than for profit. And I believe that with these nonprofit organizations getting information that society needs, revolving around these newer generations, the for-profit agencies would learn and take note from that, and utilize that input to help make their organizations thrive the way they need to. So once again, everyone, my name is Tamara, and I go by the name of T. I look forward to working with everyone, and have a good day.